Welcome to this episode of On the Moon. I'll be your host today and we're talking about Intuitive Machines IM-2 mission, a bold step toward lunar resource exploration. On March 6, 2025, Intuitive Machines, a Houston-based space exploration company, achieved another milestone in commercial lunar exploration with the IM-2 mission, landing its Nova C-class lunar lander, named Athena, near the Moon's south pole. Despite a challenging landing that left Athena on its side, the mission advanced NASA's Commercial Lunar Payload Services (CLPS) program, aiming to develop cost-effective, private sector solutions for lunar exploration. Although the mission ended prematurely, it provided critical data and lessons for future lunar endeavors. This article delves into the IM-2 mission's objectives, execution, challenges, and its significance for the burgeoning cislunar economy. Mission objectives and payloads. The IM-2 mission was designed to explore the lunar South Pole, specifically targeting Mons Mouton, a 60-mile-wide plateau approximately 100 miles from the pole, a region never before reached by any spacecraft. The primary goal was to investigate lunar water ice, a vital resource for future human missions, using NASA's Prime-1 suite, which included the Trident drill and M-SOLO mass spectrometer to analyze subsurface volatiles. Athena also carried a suite of 11 payloads, including a propulsive hopper named Grace, developed by Intuitive Machines, to explore permanently shadowed craters, a 4G per LTE communications system from Nokia to test lunar networking, and a rover from Lunar Outpost intended to deploy autonomously. Additional payloads included a neutron spectrometer drone and a laser retroreflector array for precise navigation, all aimed at supporting NASA's Artemis program for sustainable lunar presence by the late 2020s. The Nova C lander, standing 15 feet tall and resembling its shorter adult giraffe, utilized the same liquid methane and oxygen (methalox) propulsion system as its predecessor, Odysseus, from the IM-1 mission. Upgrades from IM-1 included additional cameras and improved landing legs to enhance precision and stability, addressing issues encountered during the earlier mission's rough landing. Launched on February 26, 2025, from NASA's Kennedy Space Center aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9, Athena carried secondary payloads like NASA's Lunar Trailblazer orbiter, which unfortunately lost contact post-launch. Journey and landing challenges. Athena's journey began with a successful launch at 7:16 p.m. Eastern Time, reaching its intended orbit 44 minutes later and establishing communication with Houston's Mission Control. The lander executed trajectory correction maneuvers, entering lunar orbit on March 3 and landing on March 6 at 12:31 p.m. Eastern Time. However, like IM-1, the mission faced a critical issue with its laser rangefinders, which provided noisy data, impairing altitude and velocity measurements. This forced reliance on alternative navigation systems, leading to a landing 250 meters off target within a small crater at Mons Mouton. The lander struck a plateau, skidded, and tipped over, settling on its side, as confirmed by images downlinked from Athena and later by NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. The sideways orientation misaligned solar panels, drastically reducing power generation in the harsh, low-angle sunlight of the South Pole. Extreme cold and regolith dust coating the panels further degraded performance, causing Athena's batteries to deplete by March 7, less than 13 hours after landing, far short of the planned 10-day operation. Communication was briefly lost during descent, and one of two radio antennas failed, complicating data transmission. Despite these setbacks, mission controllers accelerated payload operations, achieving milestones like testing Prime-1's drill mobility in the lunar environment. Outcomes and lessons learned. Though Athena's mission ended prematurely, it achieved partial success. The Prime-1 suite demonstrated hardware functionality, and cameras captured unprecedented images of the lunar South Pole, aiding future exploration. However, the tilted orientation prevented deployment of the Lunar Outpost rover and the Grace hopper, limiting scientific returns. NASA and Intuitive Machines emphasized the mission's contributions, with the data collected informing Artemis and future CLPS missions. The company's stock fell 20% post-landing, reflecting investor concerns, but its role in NASA's $2.6 billion CLPS program, with contracts for IM-3 and IM-4, ensures continued opportunities. The IM-2 mission echoed IM-1's challenges, particularly the recurring altimeter failure, which Intuitive Machines attributed to hardware issues not fully resolved despite upgrades. CEO Steve Altimus noted improved crater recognition algorithms, which performed an order of magnitude better than IM-1, yet the landing mishap underscored the difficulty of autonomous lunar landings without atmospheric braking. NASA's Nikki Fox highlighted the high-risk, high-reward nature of CLPS, citing Firefly Aerospace's successful Blue Ghost landing on March 2, 2025, as a counterpoint to IM-2's struggles. Broader implications. IM-2's partial success reinforces the CLPS program's goal of fostering commercial lunar capabilities at a fraction of traditional costs, with NASA paying Intuitive Machines $62.5 million for the mission. The data and imagery from Mons Moutmoon, a rugged region avoided due to its terrain, will guide future landings, particularly for Artemis 3. The mission also tested innovative technologies like Nokia's 4G network, critical for lunar communication infrastructure. Despite setbacks, Intuitive Machines' persistence signals a maturing commercial space sector, with lessons from IM-2 informing its next mission, slated for early 2026. Conclusion. The IM-2 mission, while falling short of its full objectives, advanced lunar exploration by reaching the southernmost landing site to date and delivering critical data. Athena's challenges highlight the complexities of lunar landings but also the resilience of commercial partnerships in overcoming them. As Intuitive Machines prepares for IM-3, the insights from IM-2 will drive improvements in navigation and landing systems, bringing humanity closer to sustainable lunar exploration and a foothold in the cislunar economy.